They said you can't do it. They said you're not enough. They said you'll never make it. They laughed when you tried. They smirked when you failed. And they walked away when you needed them the most. But they don't know the storm that sleeps inside you. They don't know the fire that refuses to die. They don't know the pain you've swallowed in silence and the wars you fought when no one was watching. Every time they doubted you, every time they looked down on you, every time they made you feel small, you were sharpening your soul. You were building something they could never touch. Resilience. You were turning every wound into armor, every heartbreak into strength, every scar into a reminder that you can survive anything. You are not weak for breaking. You are strong for rebuilding. They don't see it, but you've been fighting your own demons and winning. You've walked through nights where the weight of the world crushed your chest, where your own thoughts turned against you, where your reflection felt like a stranger. But you're still here. You're still breathing. You're still standing. That means something. That means you refused to die when life tried to bury you. That means you refused to quit when your mind begged you to. That means you refused to surrender even when you had every reason to. Because deep down, something inside you whispered, "Not yet." That voice, that whisper, that was your soul. And it's been waiting for this moment. Now listen closely, you don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't need to prove yourself to the ones who left. You don't need to beg for validation from people who couldn't see your worth. Your silence is your power. Your pain is your weapon. Your journey is your proof. Let them doubt. Let them gossip. Let them laugh. Because one day, they will choke on the very words they used against you. One day, they'll see your name where they never imagined it could be. They'll see your strength in the places they tried to break. They'll see your light in the darkness they threw at you. That's how you prove them wrong. Not with anger, not with revenge, but with evolution. You rise, you grow, you transform. You turn your pain into power, your fear into focus, your doubt into discipline. You don't tell them you're coming, you show them. You show them with every step, every breath, every victory you carve out of your struggle. You show them by becoming undeniable. There was a time when you doubted yourself too, wasn't there? A time when you looked in the mirror and didn't recognize who you were becoming. A time when you felt like the whole world was running ahead while you stood still, trapped in your own shadow. You watched others succeed while you drowned in silence. You prayed for something, anything to change. And it didn't. Not at first. Because life doesn't hand strength to those who wait. It hands pain to those who are meant to grow. Every sleepless night was a test. Every heartbreak, every failure, every betrayal. They weren't endings, they were lessons. You needed the darkness to understand your own light. You needed to lose everything to realize you were the only thing you ever needed. You needed to fall apart to rebuild stronger. That's what warriors do. They break, they bleed, they crawl through the fire, and they come back forged in flame. You are not broken. You are reforged. You are not lost. You are transforming. You are not behind. You are being prepared. When people doubt you, let them. When life tests you, thank it. Because every challenge is a chance to rewrite your story. You see, greatness is never born in comfort. It's born in chaos. It's born in failure, in pain, in rejection, in long nights where the world forgets your name. It's born when you're down on your knees, whispering to yourself, "I can't." And another voice screams back, "Yes, you can." That voice, that's your truth. That's your fire. That's the warrior inside you waiting to rise. They told you that you're dreaming too big, that you'll never make it, that you should play it safe, but safe never made legends. Safe never changed the world. Safe never proved anyone wrong. If you want to prove them wrong, you have to become unstoppable. You have to wake up every day with a purpose that burns through your excuses. You have to train when you're tired, fight when you're broken, believe when you have no reason to. You have to keep showing up. Because consistency beats talent, when talent refuses to work. You don't need permission to rise, you just rise. You don't need approval to grow, you just grow. You are not what they said you are. You are what you choose to become. Every time you push through fear, you rewrite your story. Every time you say not today to weakness, you reclaim your power. Every time you refuse to give up, you rise a little higher. The world tried to define you by your failures, but they forgot that warriors are built from failure. Every fall taught you how to rise. Every loss taught you how to fight smarter. Every rejection carved patience into your bones. Every heartbreak showed you what real strength is. You learned to fight not just with your fists, but with your soul. You learned to carry pain without letting it poison your heart. You learned that no one can save you but you, and that realization made you unstoppable. Remember this, the world doesn't respect potential. It respects results. It doesn't care what you could be. It only sees what you've built. So build. Build when no one's watching. Build when you're tired. Build when the world doubts you. Build when your own reflection questions your worth. Because the day will come when everything you've built will speak for itself. Your success will be your silence's revenge. Your growth will be the answer to every insult. Your strength will be the answer to every doubt. Your rise will be the proof that you were never the problem. They were just too blind to see your power. You don't need to shout your worth. Real power is felt, not spoken. You'll know you've won when you no longer feel the need to explain your rise. But remember, proving them wrong isn't just about showing them what you can do. It's about proving yourself right. It's about honoring the kid who believed in dreams before the world told him to stop. It's about standing up for the version of you that cried in silence, that wanted to quit, that begged for a reason to keep going. It's about becoming the person you needed when you were broken. It's about redemption, not revenge. Because true victory isn't about crushing others, it's about conquering yourself. The real battle has never been against them. It's been against the voice in your head that whispers, "You can't." That's the voice you have to destroy. That's the enemy that's been holding you back. You don't defeat it with comfort. You defeat it with courage. Every rep in the gym, every sleepless night of grinding, every step forward when you feel like collapsing, that's how you silence that voice. Every moment you choose discipline over doubt, growth over fear, and effort over excuses, that's how you win. You're not just fighting for a dream. You're fighting for your name, your pride, your future. You're fighting for every moment you were told you're not enough. You're fighting for every time you had to hide your pain and smile through it. You're fighting for the ones who believe in you, and even more for the ones who don't. You're fighting for that day when you'll look in the mirror and say, "I did it. I made it. I proved them wrong." And when that day comes when you rise from the dirt, covered in the scars of your battles, staring at the world that once doubted you, you'll realize something powerful. It was never about them. It was always about you. They gave you the doubt, but you gave it meaning. They gave you the pain, but you turned it into purpose. They gave you rejection, but you turned it into rebirth. So now, you stand here heart steady, fists clenched, eyes blazing, ready for war. Not the kind fought with swords or guns, but the kind fought in silence, in struggle, in solitude. This is your battlefield, your mind, and you will not lose. You will not break. You will not surrender, because the fire inside you burns hotter than the doubt around you. You've walked through too much darkness to fear the light now. You've been through too much pain to give up on your purpose now. You've come too far to turn back now. This is it, your time, your story, your rise. The world will remember your name, not because it was easy, but because you refused to quit when it was hard. You'll be the one who turned impossible into done. You'll be the one who turned every "you can't" into "watch me." So when you wake up tomorrow, look at yourself in the mirror and remember this. You owe it to the warrior inside you to fight one more round. You owe it to the fire inside you to never dim again. You owe it to your scars to make them mean something. You owe it to yourself to go all in. No holding back, no excuses, no fear. Because one day, this struggle will be your story. This pain will be your power, and this doubt will be your fuel. You are not done. You are not finished. You are not even close. The world hasn't seen your final form yet. And when it does, it won't know what hit it. They said you couldn't do it. They said you'd never make it. They said you'd never rise. But here you are, still standing, still breathing, still fighting, still proving them wrong. Prove them wrong every single day. Prove them wrong with your silence. Prove them wrong with your discipline. Prove them wrong with your consistency. Prove them wrong with your evolution. Let them doubt you, that's their weakness. You just focus on becoming unstoppable, that's your strength. One day, they'll realize they should have never bet against you. Because you were never the underdog. You were the storm they never saw coming. You are the calm before the chaos. The silence before the strike. The fire that refuses to die. You are not a dreamer. You are a doer. You are not waiting for destiny. You are creating it. Every step you take from this moment forward is proof. Proof that no matter how many times you fall, you will rise again. Proof that no matter who walks away, you'll keep walking alone. Proof that no matter how heavy the world gets, you'll carry it on your back if you have to. So rise not because they told you you couldn't, but because you promised yourself you would. Rise for the ones who never believed. Rise for the ones who did. Rise for the silence that raised you when no one else did. Rise for the pain that built you, the failure that shaped you, the fire that saved you. Rise because you have nothing left to lose and everything to prove. This is your story, your fight, your time. So go ahead, stand tall, breathe deep, and look the world in the eyes. Because the same world that once doubted you is about to witness your rise. This is where the old you dies, and the new you is born. The world doesn't need another follower. It needs a fighter. And that's exactly what you are. A fighter. A survivor. A warrior. This is your redemption. This is your resurrection. This is your awakening. Now go and prove them wrong.